No, this is the real show. Also kind of a test.
2, 1.
Woo!
2,
Yeah, here.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, funk.
Ah, shit, I thought I changed it. God damn it. Okay, there we go. We get fam? Okay, I just gotta tweet this, but I gotta put like a picture with it. Let's see. I take a lot of really stupid photos of myself. Like 90% of photos I take of myself are just intentionally stupid, and then I don't know why I keep them. I'm not getting any enjoyment out of them. They're just there. How are my levels, by the way, if you don't mind? Is the music too loud? Am I too loud?
1, 2,
I mean,
3, funk.
this is taking a lot longer than it should. I should have done this beforehand. Was it echoing? I don't know why it would be. There's reverb? That's so weird. I have no idea why. Huh. Well, I don't like the reverb. No, I'm not at the bottom of the well. I don't know. Lassie says a lot of things. Oh wait, maybe.
How now? Is that better? Is it gone? Did I fix it? Fuck yeah, I figured it out. Okay. Cool. Alright, I just have to fucking post on fucking Twitter that this is happening, and then we can get started. Okay. Fuck it. Let's just use this one. Okay. Live now. Oh my god. And then Twitch.tv. Okay. One memento. Alright. Now we're good. Hi everybody. My name's Thyst. Welcome to a solo stream. How you guys doing? Celestalon. Did you guys watch the instance today? I was at work, so I could only pay half attention, but it was pretty good. They were talking about the latest cinematic. That cinematic dropped. I was at work, and I freaked out. I swore audibly, and then I put my headphones in, and like nobody could talk to me. I was just like, "Everybody shut the fuck up." And as soon as I like came out, like I was all teary-eyed and shit. Everybody's like, "Jess, are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm so happy." And then I had to explain it to everybody. It's fine. That's what I do. Explaining shit. Oh god. So, right after this, in a little less than an hour, I'm going to be on Azeroth Roundtable to discuss probably WoW. Let's probably say bet. So, yeah, you're gonna, if you want, you can look at me for like 2 hours. It's totally up to you guys. myself. So what's going on? What are you guys doing this weekend? What do I have to do this weekend? I think I need groceries, maybe? It's finally gonna be nice out. Like, the weather's just been terrible here. And every weekend it's just been awful. Not awful, but just, not nice. Like, last Saturday was really pretty, but then Sunday it was just raining like crazy. Well, that's fine. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna go outside or anything. But still. Yeah, I want to run keys this weekend. All I want to do, I'm going to try to do tonight and tomorrow, just run keys. It's the dungeon event this week, so I want to get that out of the way. I got 2 done last night after raid. I'm going to get that done. And it's a really cool way to just hang out with the guys, It's like, mythic keys are a huge effort, but usually not a huge commitment unless they're like really, really high. So it's like 5 people, you got this, it's fun. At most it'll take like an hour and a half, maybe, unless you're trying to beat the timer, and then you're probably good. Thorn is sick, so he's not going to be on this show or Azeroth Roundtable. Not much you can do about it. I asked a few people to be replacements, but everybody's busy on Friday night, and it's not fair to like ask people at the last minute. So, oh really? Okay, I'll turn the music down. Hi, Dad. That good? Oh, Lord Shaper, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Really appreciate it. That helps out Lagging Balls. And when you help out Lagging Balls, that's good. Because then, we can do stuff. Like, make more Lagging Balls. And it's been a little slow going lately, with LB. I can't raise my volume, but I can turn down the desktop audio. My volume is already raised enough, and I can't raise it anymore. Giving her all I've got, Captain. There. Hopefully that sounds good. Anthony, thank you so much, you sweetheart. Yeet. Oh my goodness, Harlow, thank you. Oh, guys, thank you for the subs. It's really sweet of you. I do love a sub, though. From Subway, actually, yeah, kind of. When I was vegetarian, I used to love it from Subway. But now that I'm vegan, it's like, yeah. Because I'm a condiment girl. You guys know that. You guys know I'm a condiment girl. I gotta have my condiments, and the only condiment I can have at Subway is, like, mustard. Which is fine. Mustard's great, but, I used to love, what do they call it? Chipotle sauce? Like Chipotle mayo or something like that. I used to love that shit. When I was a lot younger, my cousin used to work at Subway, and she knew I loved that shit, and she also knew I loved pickles. So she got me a giant, like, industrial-sized jar of Subway pickles and like a shitload of, like, the Chipotle sauce, and she put it into a squeeze bottle, and that was my Christmas present. And oh my god, like, I was making pickle and Chipotle sauce sandwiches, like, straight up. Like, that's it. I would just eat them. I eat all that shit. The only reason I need, like, solid food is to, like, be, like, a transport for condiments in mouth. Like, if it was socially acceptable to eat condiments with a spoon, like soup, I would do it. That would be my dinner. Like, I came home and I made this salad a long time ago. Not a long time ago, like 2 days ago. But, like, all the protein I mixed together, like, the chickpeas and the black beans and the olives. And then I put little cut up tomatoes in it. And then, over the course of, like, 3 days, I've just been putting lettuce on top. And then dressing. And just eating as much as I want. Like, all the lettuce. And then putting the rest back in the refrigerator. And then pulling it out, adding more lettuce, eating it, putting it back in. But I finished it today because it's been like 3 days. Tofu, I'm not a big fan, honestly. I like the stuff you can do with tofu. Like, you can make a really good scrambled egg substitute, and just some other shit. But like straight up tofu is usually, it's not tofu's fault. It's just, I think a lot of people, like when they serve tofu, they half-ass it. Like, it's a lot harder to prepare than I think people realize. So like, you have to season it correctly, and you have to press it correctly and squeeze it and fry it and do all the things to it. And I don't know, if you don't do that, then you've just got like a mushy cube of like wet soy, and it's not good, especially in like a burrito or whatever, because then you bite into it and then all this like tofu water comes out and like makes your burrito all soggy. Ugh. Yeah, but you know, whatever. I don't eat tofu that often. Try not to eat too much soy, but you know, a really great milk alternative that I've been drinking a lot of lately is oat milk. It's really good. It's it doesn't taste weird. I find almond milk tastes weird by itself. Cashew milk and oat milk taste really good if you're looking for like a cereal milk or a coffee milk or something like that. And then if you're using milk for something sweet, I'd go with coconut milk. So those three are good. Feel good. But yeah, why am I talking about milk? This is stupid. We have to talk about, you know, what's been going on lately. What has been going on? What the hell? I mean, I can't tell you. A lot of shit's been going down. All will reveal itself in due time. But I do want to apologize on behalf of like myself and Thorn. You know, we haven't been around as much lately. We didn't even put out a show this week. I swear to God, things will all make sense soon. But in the meantime, just, you know, trust me. I'm really sorry. It's just the stuff is so crazy right now. But again, it'll all make sense soon. But in the meantime, I'm here. Hello. And I'm just real happy to see you guys. What's been going on? My job has changed since I started. I used to be a content programming manager, and I guess I still am kind of, but then I kind of turned into that plus writer, and then that plus producer, and that plus script writer, and that plus host, and that plus like other stuff. I don't know. I've just got a Pennywise. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. 2 months with the Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. But yeah, so half of my job is sort of taking care of everything that I was taking care of before, but now I've got more help with it. And the other part of my job is script writing and producing and co-hosting a show, like a Snapchat and Instagram original show. It's 3 times a week right now, and it's gonna go up like daily eventually. And I've also been working on this other show. It's called Level Up, and 6 lucky SoCal gamers have sent in their gaming setups to us and a video telling us why they need a level up because their setups are gross. Most of them were gross. Some of them were just not good. And some of them, actually, it was interesting. A lot of them were just like really gross or just really shitty. But one guy, he wasn't even a gamer. He was an aspiring gamer because he has like an old shitty laptop and that's it, you know? Like, he knows about gaming. He likes gaming. He wants to be a gamer, but he's not actually a gamer. And I just thought that was like so crazy. But anyway, so whoever gets picked, these 6 lucky SoCal gamers, we send a team plus Golden Boy to host, and they like just revamp the whole setup and give them new stuff, and it's looking real good. Get to hang out with Golden Boy. Golden Boy gets to go into their room and look at things. I don't know. I would love to do that personally. I love going through people's stuff. It's nice. But yeah, I think I'm going to E3 next month. So that'll be fun. I've never been to that before. But yeah, things are just really busy as usual. And it's so weird because I used to be, for the longest time, I had a stay-at-home job. In Chicago, I had 2 writing jobs, one for like a music and like an indie music website. It's called spacelab.tv if you're interested in indie music and stuff. I used to write for them. And then I used to write for this other company in Chicago, and they'd send me around the city and I would review things, and I got to do some really cool shit. But that was all remote, so I could work at home, which is how I played video games so often. And then when I moved here to New York, I got an intern job with Double Tap, and that was just like a part-time thing, so I could still do LB no problem and game no problem. But this job is the first like full-time, full effort, full like gotta focus on stuff, full like take up all my attention and energy job in years. So it's just been a weird adjustment. But yeah, but that's why like we've got Techie and Techie and Thorn have really been working hard in my stead. Like I used to edit LB by myself, and it takes about 5 hours because I'm very anal retentive with it. But they've been stepping up and helping me with that. So it's just been really great. And it's I think we're coming up on like 4 years on LB, and for the majority of those 4 years, like LB has been like my baby. It's like my main focus, and it still is. It's the thing that I'm most proud of. It's the thing that means the most to me, especially because of the community of you guys that have sort of like centered around it. And it's still my number one priority, but it's just like in the last couple of months I've had to learn to be more hands off, and that's been really tough because I've always been the sort of person who's just like, this is my creation, it's mine. I never liked to give away my artwork. I don't, it's just always felt way too personal. But I don't know, along the way I kind of realized that like LB doesn't really belong to me anymore. It's just sort of something I'm a part of because I don't know, the show really just belongs to everybody now. I mean, half of the show is like what you guys send in to us. And it should be that way. And in like the show's heart and soul is you guys, just like chatting in Discord or being on social media or sending in stuff. Like it's what we've all done. So now that I've, learned to step back a little bit and let people help me, I've kind of realized that more, and it's actually really nice. But yeah, once some stuff settles down in life, I'll be able to get back on the trolley, but in the meantime, things are just a little bit crazy. But that's okay, because sometimes life is crazy. But yeah, so speaking of crazy life stuff, last Sunday, I had a massive anxiety attack. Like, the last one I had was Christmas Eve 2017. Yeah. I used to have really bad anxiety growing up, and I used to get those a lot. But then as, I got older and like hormones started like balancing a little bit better, that got better, fewer and far between, and I was able to kind of take a look at what was causing them, I guess, and I realized that a lot of it was stress. Stress is not something that I'm good with dealing with, and working from home for so many years and, staying just like far away from drama and like big stressful things, and being super poor and not being able to go anywhere or do anything, like drama-free, stress-free, A-okay. So I've been able to sort of like control the anxiety hulk, for a long time. But then in 2017, I don't know if you guys remember, probably not, but like something really bad happened on Christmas Eve. Sorry, my hair's fucking like, what is this? What is this? What is that? Something really bad happened, and I just had like a really, really bad anxiety attack, and it lasted for quite a while. Where was I? Right. But on Sunday, things just got too much, and like I should have known, and I should have done something about it, but like it just hadn't happened in so long that I wasn't reading the signs, like I remember last Sunday, I was in the shower and my mind was just like racing, like this bad thing and this bad thing, and what if this happens, and what if this happens. And I don't know if you guys have the same kind of anxiety, but it's like you think of something bad, you think of something normal, and then all of a sudden your anxiety is like, what if this could happen? Or what if this bad thing could happen? Hey, let's obsess about all the ways that it could perceivably actually happen IRL. Let's do that, shall we? And then, all of a sudden you're just like standing there and you're just like, oh fuck, I'm like panicking. And the worst part is when your body starts like physically reacting to you panicking, and you feel like lightheaded and like hyperventilating. I think that's a scientific word. Yeah, so that started happening. I should have tried to calm down, but I didn't. I just let it escalate, and then it just escalated like crazy. So I called my mom. She's good at talking me down, because like she's been dealing with my anxiety with me my whole life. But ever since then, it's been, flaring up a little bit, but last Monday I took the day off. I wasn't feeling well after all that. Like, when like shit goes down and you're just like, there's no way that I'm going to be able to get up tomorrow. There's no way I'm going to be able to sleep, one. And I didn't really, when you have like those sleeps where you're kind of awake and asleep at the same time, and you like kind of wake up and you kind of don't. I had Netflix going, and I think I put on like Legally Blonde to fall asleep to, because I just needed something talking at me that wasn't dramatic, or just something I knew. And then I put on the Beyonce documentary at some point, like when I was half awake. So I woke up to Beyonce, which was fine, Hey Beyonce, how's it going? But yeah, I've never taken a mental health day before, but I took one on Monday. I didn't game. I didn't sit here at the computer. I'm not a big movie watcher or show watcher kind of girl, but I made myself sit on the couch or in bed, and I watched movies on my phone, and I had the blinds open, and I watched the rain pour, and I just cuddled with my animals, and I was just like, okay, you're going to feel stressed. You're going to feel guilty that you're not at work because you feel like you should be, because you're not sick. You're going to feel anxious because you're alone and you don't have anything to do, but your brain just, just fucking relax, okay? So I tried that, and it actually really helped. And my mom told me on the phone, like, she said, just don't do anything this week that stresses you out. Just don't do it. And I was like, yeah, but, and she's like, no, just don't do it. And I'm like, well, I don't think I can do that. And she's like, try. And I'm like, all right, fine. So I tried it, and you know what? It actually worked. I realized that I think that's the problem, is like when you're trying to help your own self through mental health issues, a lot of the time you don't learn anything because you have to go through something like this to learn how to fix it, or at least deal with it properly. And when you're in the throes of it, you don't know what to do, because that's just part of, a mental illness. But when you're kind of, coming out of it a little bit, you can try to be a little bit introspective and try to look back on what happened and try to figure out what to do about it. So what I've learned this week is that I just need to be careful. I'm working harder and doing more than I ever have before. The stakes are higher. Things are happening, and it sucks because all of this stuff, like the stress and the anxiety and stuff like that, is affecting happiness. And it's like, why work hard for all these things that you want? Like, why hustle? Why put yourself out there? Why, work so hard for all of these things that you want, that when you get them, you're just stressed and anxious? Like, it's not fair. So I think I need to really work on that and really think about it and try to, I don't know, cut myself some slack, I guess. So that's what I've been doing this week. I've just been trying to chill. I've been trying to have fun at work, and I always do. But I'm watching the She-Ra reboot on Netflix lately, and it's so good. I was a huge She-Ra and He-Man fan. I still am. And I forgot that they rebooted it. And so there's 2 seasons on Netflix right now, and I'm really enjoying it. And I watch it on my commutes now because my commutes are shorter, so I'll catch an episode on my way to work. And it's really nice because I'm just, usually in the morning I listen to music and I just like think about stuff. But lately I've just been giving my brain a break and just like watching She-Ra protect Etheria with Whisperwind and or Swiftwind, and it's nice. It's just giving my brain a break. And then I like going to sleep with the TV on, or when I say TV, I mean my phone. And I've just been like, I'm kind of sick of Friends at this point, but I just put that on as like background noise, and that helps too. And yeah, and like I've been trying to diet and exercise a lot, but that's also stressful, so I've been trying to cut myself some slack there as well. But yeah. So I don't know why I brought this up, but my mom suggested that I should talk about this. She's like, have you ever talked about anxiety on one of your shows? And I was like, yeah, we talk about it a lot, actually. But I don't know. I think it's good to talk about, I guess. But yeah, so that's what I've been going through lately. But it's fine. It's all good now. I don't think that I'll have another episode like that anytime soon. I'm just gonna try to constant vigilance, That's what fake Mad Eye Moody said. So anyway, but yeah, I'm glad that you guys take mental break days too. It's good. It's important. I realize this. Usually if I'm staying home, I'm working at home or I'm actually sick. So, but yeah, or like if I'm taking the day off, I'll like game the whole time, and that's important too, but that can often leave you feeling tilted and salty, which also doesn't help. But yeah. So yeah, what else? What's going on? Have you guys seen Detective Pikachu yet? I saw that last week. It was really good. Just like the whole experience, like the last Pokemon movie I'd been to at the theater was the first Pokemon movie. I was a little kid. My mom took me and my brother. We went to Burger King. We got the gold cards and the Pokeballs. And then we went to the theater. And as soon as we walked in, they handed us the Ancient Mew card. I still have all those things. They're back at home in Canada. But as soon as you go into the theater to see Detective Pikachu, like they hand you Pokemon cards from the movie. And it's just like, holy shit. It's just like fucking 20 years later or whatever. Full circle, man. And it's good. And like if you like Pokemon, you'll love the movie because it's cute and it's a good movie. If you love Pokemon, you will love the movie. And if you don't like Pokemon at all, it'd be alright. It's still a good movie. It's funny. It's cute. But yeah, and there's like a lot of a lot of fan service in the movie. Definitely a lot of like Easter eggs, a lot of throwbacks to other Pokemon stuff. Lots of references to the television show. And I appreciated it, but it wasn't so much so that it felt like they were pandering. It was nice. And the thing I liked best about the movie was, ooh, I love this song. The thing I liked the best about the movie was that I couldn't tell what the hell was going to happen. Like, usually you can kind of tell what's going to happen, but like I literally had no idea. Like, the plot was so unique and fantastical and interesting, and it was non-traditional. Like, it was just a really weird plot, with lots of variables and lots of things going on. And it was really interesting and exciting, and like, I didn't see the ending at all. I don't know if that makes me dumb, but I didn't see it. So it's pretty cool. Hey Daz, thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. But yeah, so I really recommend it. It's just a really nice little movie, and it's really cool to see, like, you know, Pokemon battling. Oh, and the cool thing is, I don't know if you guys will know what I'm talking about, but some of you might. There's these pictures, like these drawings, hyper realistic drawings of Pokemon that have been going around the internet for a few years now. And they came from this artist, and he posted them on his DeviantArt. You'd probably know what I'm talking about if you saw them. I don't know what his name was, but he was taking like real life animals and sort of using those as references for Pokemon, and then kind of like drawing Pokemon like how they might look if they were real. And he did that a few years ago, and they got really popular, and they're all over Reddit, and they're really popular on DeviantArt, and you'd see them everywhere, because people would just share them all over the place. And apparently, I watched a little thing about it on YouTube the other day. When they were starting the Pokemon movie, like starting its creation, they called him, and they were like, "Hey, we love your drawings, and they're really cool, and people really like them, and we want to know if you would like to work on the Pokemon movie." Yeah, post it, totally, yeah. And he's like, "Of course." And I think like shit like that is fucking awesome, because like the people in charge of, you know, making the Pokemon look like how they came out, like these movie people, we don't know if they're Pokemon fans. It's not like a bunch of Pokemon fans got together and made like a Hollywood movie made like about Pokemon. It's, you know, Hollywood professionals or like movie professionals or film industry professionals decided to do a Pokemon movie. And these people were fucking smart, apparently, because they went to the source. They're like, let's hire this guy who's clearly very invested in the franchise, very invested in, you know, like the hyper realistic Pokemon concept. And we already know that people who love Pokemon love this guy's work. So like, why wouldn't we use him? And I don't understand why more motion pictures don't utilize that kind of shit, you know? Like with Sonic, for example, and I think they brought it up in the thing that I was watching. Like, why didn't they find Sonic fans to help with the conception of like what Sonic looked like, you know? And I'm not assuming, like, I guess I am, but I don't want to assume that the people working on Sonic weren't Sonic fans, but it kind of seems that way, you know? Because I don't think that any fan who really, really loves Sonic would make him look like that, you know? And I'm not talking about the artists. I'm talking about like whoever was in charge of greenlighting, whatever the hell that Sonic was. But anyway, I just think it's really cool that the people working on Pokemon just pulled from the source. And obviously they didn't make the Pokemon look as hyper realistic as his drawings, but you know, they couldn't, you know, like it's the movie is great because like the Pokemon look like they do in the show or in the game or in the card game, but like a little like more realistic and cuter. So I don't know, it was just pretty cool. I love when fans, I love when content creators get recognized and pulled into projects like pertaining to their passion, because it's fucking great, you know? People put in so much hard work for things, and it's really great to see when it pays off on a large scale like that. And I love when it happens in the Blizz community, and I love when it happens in the gaming community, in the podcasting community, in the streaming community, in the YouTube community. Like, it's so awesome. It just, like, having so many outlets to put out your content, and like so many creators coming at you with all of these different things all of the time. Like, sometimes it feels like we're just living in a giant art project or something, you know? And I don't know, I just love seeing that paying off for people, because it's hard. It's hard to be a content creator, especially when you're working for yourself and you're just doing it because you love it, you know? Those are the people who really deserve those big breaks. Like, you fucking love something, you put your heart and soul into some content, you know, and I don't know, it's heartwarming, it's nice. But yeah, the Sonic movie, it looks interesting. I don't know. The thing I'm most excited about, though, is Jim Carrey, because, like, he hasn't been in a comedic role for a really long time. I used to love his movies back in the day. I had a huge crush on him when he played the Riddler in Batman Forever. Ooh, baby, I love a man in green spandex. Ow. I had his pogs. You remember those pogs? The Batman Forever pogs? And they were like glow in the dark. I don't know if you can hear all those sirens. They're probably not after me, but I don't know. I do a lot of bad things. But anyway, what was I saying? Right, pogs. Yeah, the Batman Forever pogs. Some of them are glow in the dark, if not all of them. I can't remember. I don't think the Slammers were, though. But yeah. Jim Carrey, how's it going? He was Canadian. I think he went full American. But if I understand correctly, he grew up in Canada, but he was like super poor, I think, so he didn't have a great time here. I don't know if that had anything to do with him like going full American, but I do live in America, but I've chosen not to go full American. So that means every couple of years I have to renew my green card, which is fine. I don't want dual citizenship. I mean, I have a green card, so I'm cool and everything's fine, but America doesn't let you. It lets you do dual citizenship, but in the eyes of the American government, you are American. Like, they naturalize you. If you get a dual citizenship in Canada, you're still Canadian, you know, or you're still American. Like, we don't naturalize people. We're just like, okay, cool, you live here, but you're from another place, so you're still from the other place. You're still American, but you also have citizenship here. So, but we're like a multicultural nation, so that's what we do. But I don't know. I love America. I love living here. It's great, but I'm a very patriotic Canadian, and I don't want to lose any of that stuff. So I'm cool just having a green card. It does suck though, because I can't vote, but you know. Is my job close to Midtown? It is close to Midtown. I love Midtown. It doesn't smell like pee all the time, but it smells like the chemical they use to clean up pee all the time, which is kind of like this lemon scented pee smell. So it's pretty much pee, but it's like citrus pee, like citrus. Will I be able to sneak us all across the Canadian hedgerow if shit hits the fan? Probably not, but, you know, I've got a lot of family members back home, like a shit ton, so maybe they could adopt you or marry you, you know, as you guys see fit. You'll just have to deal with that. Have I seen Pizza Rat? No, I didn't see Pizza Rat. I saw The closest I've been to a New York City rat so far, I was walking down 33rd at like 2 a.m. last summer, and there was a dumpster on the side of the street, and a rat was perched on it, like standing up on his little hind legs and his little feet, and he's like, and I just like, calmly regarded him. Adorable. He looked at me, no fear. New York rats aren't really scared of anybody. And then I kept walking because I didn't want to disturb him. He was chilling. I was chilling. It was chill. It was a nice night. It was very warm, drizzly, really late. I caught the last train out of there. I was on my way to Penn Station. I like being in New York. It's fun. But yeah, I'm very close to Midtown. But yeah, that's the other thing. Like, New York is like something else, Like it's always been weird living in America to me. Like I've also lived in Ireland, and I don't deal with being foreign very well. I think I have a hard time like acclimating to places. I don't feel like this is my home. The entire time I've been in this country, I've felt like I've been visiting. And I don't know how to, I don't know. I have no idea. But, where was I going with that? Right. But with New York, it's like, I don't know. It like accepted me, Like once you kind of understand New York, and I'm not saying that I understand New York, but I think I'm getting there. But like once you kind of get used to it a little bit and kind of like figure out what I hate using this term, but like what the vibe is with New York, and like, the different boroughs and the different areas of New York, and like what each one is like, and what you might expect, but also like have to realize that you can never expect anything, because it's like New York is always going to be quirky. It's once you kind of get that, then I don't know, it just feels like you're in on something really cool and big. It's like New York it's too small for all of the people who live there, and it's too small for all of like the big personalities and the people chasing their dreams, and it's also very, very, it's like it's way too small for people who are slow walking. Love that. But anyway, but it's like it's more of like an environment. It's like the difference between meerkats in the wild, and how they have like this whole like, desert plain to like dig their tunnels, and like, they can come together and go apart as they please. It's like that versus meerkats in the zoo, where they have like limited space, and like they have enough space to survive and stuff, but it's like not enough space, and then weird shit starts happening, I guess. I don't know. It's like that. It's definitely a human environment. Okay, so I have to go because I'm going to be on Azeroth Roundtable in like 15 minutes. So I just want to help them get set up and everything. So I'm just going to link that in chat. Azeroth RT. So that's where I'm going to be shortly. Thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you want to hear me and Ben and John talk about WoW, check that link out in a couple of minutes. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. It was really cool of you guys just to chill and chat with me. I had no idea what we were going to talk about beforehand. Thank you for the bits. Thank you. But yeah, so take care of yourselves and have a great weekend. And we'll see you next week. Cause yeah. I don't know. Anyway. Have a good night, guys.